guys, Serban here and welcome back to World of Tanks. And today I'm reviewing the Tier 8 Czechoslovakian medium tank, the TVP VTU. The tank is in itself interesting. Well, every tank in itself is interesting. It has its own speciality. As well as this thing, I can't really describe the speciality of it, but let's just get on with it. The tank is, well, it's very fast. Let's talk about the mobility first. The mobility, it is very fast. Top speed is 50 kilometers an hour and the reverse speed of 20 kilometers an hour. Both of these factors are fantastic. I really do like the reverse speed because you can get out of the situations very fast than you can with the other tanks. The same tanks that have, well, the tanks that I had that have that reverse speed, the 121, the Conway, the Cromwell, the Cruiser 4, the 50B, and that's pretty much it, I guess. And that reverse speed really gives the tank to get out of the position. I mean, engagements. Yeah, it has a 700 horsepower engine, which is more than enough to get this thing up to 50 kilometers an hour because it has a 20.44 specific horsepower per ton, obviously. The tank itself is not that heavy as it looks. It's 34.3 tons. The load limit is 41.5 tons, but which is good, you know. At least the suspension can handle a lot more weight than it actually can. So it has a 45. I have cold, by the way, so talking is a bit bad right now. It has 45.89 degrees of traverse speed, which is very fast. Combine that with a very fast traversing turret, which I don't think it says anywhere. It's a very fast mobile tank. So mobility wise, it is very excellent. Let's go for the firepower. The guns on this thing are interesting as well. They don't have the best penetration. In fact, let's just check out the guns. Do not use the 105mm. Don't use that. Don't use a stock one. Either there is the 100mm or the 88, but the 88 is the best. But the difference between the both of them is very small, as you can see here. Just a little bit of length, a little bit more of length, but not much. So let's just check out this 88mm. It has 8.22 rate of fire, which gives it a reload time of 6.3 seconds. Well, that's it. That is if you implement the Gunnerama, which increases the rate of fire to 9.5, which you can see here. These are the stats which the actual tank has now, but these are the overall. See the difference? Yeah. I'm just gonna talk about the overall stats because I don't want to go for my stats, you know. Obviously the accuracy, the depression, well, not depression, the aiming time, the damage per minute, they're all better. But one thing stays always the same, the penetration. It has 194 millimeters of penetration. And that is not a lot. It won't be enough to go for the front of an IS-3. Never. The gun lacks of penetration. That's what I don't like about this gun. It's still more than a Pershing, but still not enough. The damage is 240, completely enough for an 88mm. This Persian is 0.37, mine has 0.35, and 2 seconds of aiming time, mine has 1.92. That is with 100% crew and a little bit and a few skills, Yeah. The average damage per minute output on my tank is 2,286. Which is quite a lot for a tank with a decent small caliber gun. So that's the firepower. It's not the best. Survivability, it's even worse. It has 1,350 hit points. You can increase that by adding the battle turret, which gives it 1,450 hit points, and also increases the gun handling itself and the rate of fire, of course. The traverse speed of the turret is also better than the stock one, but I use the stock one, and that's because of one important factor. Look at this gun depression. And now look at it when I add the big turret. Yeah, you lose a lot of depression and elevation with this turret. And that's an important factor that I don't want to lose with the stock turret. If you want to use this thing on the ridgeline, which you're supposed to, use the stock turret. The handling of the gun is still very good, and you don't need the big ass turret. I mean, it is a fucking big ass turret. It's much bigger than the stock one, if you just compare it. So, yeah, there's that. I have cold. I have to say it the second time. So we said about the survival. Well, we didn't really. We didn't mention the armor. 65 millimeters of the front on the hull and on the turret. 40 millimeters inside of the hull and on the turret. 40 millimeters of the rear of the turret and 30 on the hull. Very, very bad. And the next thing that also makes it worse is that it's very, very big tank, which makes it a very big target. If you compare this thing to, for example, a 110 or a 121, you can see the size difference. But the 110 and the 121, they both have excellent frontal armor with 120 millimeters. But the TVP VTU doesn't have that. And that's the problem, it doesn't have any armor. So there's that. The concealment, well, it's not the best, really, not the best. Let's compare it to the 121. Holy shit! Look at the difference, though. Okay, I'm gonna say that the concealment of the TVP is very bad. Compared to the 121, it is very bad. Oh, 121 has better concealment than the 132 apparently. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Spotting, 370 meters of view range. That's also not the best because stock turret, double 4 turrets, 380. But as I said, I don't want to lose the gun depression and elevation. So there's that. Although, compared to the T-34-100s, a lot of people say that you should not compare them because they're completely different tanks, and I agree with that. They're different tanks. But overall, I like the TVP VTU more than the T-34-100 because of its awesome gun handling. Much better than the T-34-100, which was horrible. The armor is horrible. It was overall pretty bad tank. It was not that bad, but it was still bad. But the TVP VTU is a bit better. So those of you who are playing the T-34-100 might be a bit happier getting this. But when you get to tier 9, let's go to T-50. Oh yes, things happen to be better then. A lot better. Because we know how OP that thing is. Anyways, let's go into some gameplay, shall we? Okay, so here we are on the Fisherman's Bay map. And the first warning I have to give you is that this is a replay from the previous World of Tanks version, so if you see any kind of thing that doesn't collapse or any kind of a bug or anything, don't worry, it was meant to happen because it's from the previous version. If that doesn't happen, even better though. But you can expect things that to happen. So yeah, it's from 9.15, now it's 9.15.1, so I don't know why I didn't call it 9.16, but whatever. This was I guess my first, no it wasn't, my second ace tanker. The first one you already seen on YouTube, 4,000 damage, 1 versus 3 and stuff like that. This was the second one, which I did a bit more damage. But here it's not that much about me doing, but especially me and Green Yana, which is my platoon mate, combined with Arco West, and I bounced off the Aerial 44. Amazing, isn't it? Aerial 44 armor OP. Well, Arco destroyed it. Now the Arco West is using the upgraded turret, if you saw it on the beginning of the replay. I mean the stock one. As I said, this thing has more gun depression than the upgraded turrets. Green Yana is using his Panzer 58 Mutz, which he's gonna become useful later on. But for now, let's just watch how we deal at the beginning of the match. Now, first 2 shots, nothing happened really. Actually, I think it was only 1 shot, which bounced off the air 44th frontal armor, which is 120mm thick. It's really good. Now, I don't know why we pushed here, but apparently nobody was at the back. Arco, well, let's just say that he's going to lose a lot of health. And he missed. Well done, Arco. And Arco is dead. Wow, okay, so he died quickly. That was a bad play by him. Also by other people. I mean, we didn't help him fast enough. I tried to help him. But my shot missed once. E25 so OP, man. It is! That's why it was removed from the game. It's overpowered. And you gotta admit it. Oh look, Artie. Well, it doesn't render that fast, this freaking replay. Although to be fair, not all replays render fast in this game. I don't know why. But K4 is raging at our team for not supporting him in the town. Well, you shouldn't have gone alone there, man. I mean, oh, I actually managed to bounce a shot. Holy shit! Give me a freaking award. That should not have happened, but it did. So that is a score T40, which is very identical to TVP VTU. In fact, if you put them next to each other, they're almost completely the same. Although the Score T40 looks like a little bit of a baby version, even though the size comparison is not that much smaller, a little bit smaller, tiny bit smaller. But if you compare it to the tracks and stuff, it kind of looks like a baby version. It's not completely the same, but they look like almost identical, so yeah. So things are not going that well. Scores are even. We lead it, but as you saw earlier, enemies are pushing our base very hard, and we have to stop that at all costs. Now that Pershing, I don't know how he's gonna spot from there, but I'm not gonna fucking spot. I don't have armor or concealment. You saw how bad concealment was on this tank. So don't rely on it. I'd rather let the super Pershing go, because I'm pretty sure he has better concealment than me. Oh look. Look, so yeah, it doesn't run out that fast, does it? I killed the AC4 experimental, which doesn't explode. Now we start engaging Tiger 2. I see the Tiger 2 is using the stock turret, but well, that one might went into the Tiger 2, since we saw that he was in front of him. Come on, Urban. Just put. Oh, here looks the Tiger 2 side of the turret. Yay! Finally, there you go. The stock turret on the Tiger 2 is just so weak. You can keep putting shots into it all day, and it will pan no matter what gun you're using, unless you're stock tier 6 tank with horrible penetration. That one went into his hull, by the way. That's why it bounced. And there's a Centurion. Centurion, why you run? Don't hide. Fight like a man. Oh, that's an OI. That's not good. That thing hits me. I'm off of my 2/3 of my health. But luckily he doesn't focus me. But my shells don't want to penetrate. Like, what the fuck? So I switch fire to the Centurion, which is probably not the best thing to do right now, since that thing is a bigger threat to me. But I guess it's more important, I guess. That bam. Now that OY will be important later on. He's not gonna do anything to me, but that's all I'm gonna say. He's not gonna do anything to me. That's all I'm gonna say. But he's gonna be important later on for the enemy team. 5100 in the distance, fire, hits, Nice. You can see just how beautiful this gun handles. Well, not always, but stop moving 5100s. And here comes the super Pershing. One shot on the tracks him, but doesn't do any damage, sadly. The Pershing fires, but I didn't notice that before. Now he's gonna fire again, and that gives me a perfect moment. Ah, see, that's the problem. He wiggled his hole, and that was pretty much the best thing he could do. But that's not really what you should do. Show me the side of your turret. Then again, Green is there to help. Green, beautiful. Okay, now I have a 5100 on 6 skills and an OI on pretty much full health. Not really, actually. He lost some health. But the 5100 got 7 kills. He's pretty much a potential for the Radley Walters. Am I gonna let him get it? Of course not. Why would you think that? OI in the distance gets spotted. But he sees Green. And what happens next is, well, that. I killed the OI, but the problem is, I didn't even aim, but he even hit him and penned him. You can see, he destroyed his engine, plus his ammo rack. So that's gonna be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I was surprised he was spotted in the first place. I mean, I wasn't spotted, and you know how bad the concealment on this thing is. But, damn. That was unexpected. Now, just for the record, I'm going to speed up the replay here because we do hide here for quite a while. Now, our plan is the first plan that we have is to stay close. Which, we are going to try to do that. We're not going to do it at the end, but we're going to try to do it. And, well, keep aiming. Just keep in the bush, try to spot him because we have a much bigger chance of us spotting him before he spots us. Right. Still no sign of him. Let's speed up the replay a little bit more. Hopefully somebody brought a chest or something just so shorten their time while watching this. Hellcat TVP good. I said it's decent. And yeah, it's kind of what it is. It's decent. It's not excellent, but it's decent. Now the next thing that I do is go into the town, and when I do that, another particular thing happens. That our base starts getting cut. That was one fatal decision that I-5100 have done, because now we know exactly where he is. And that's not good for him, because I have a plan. Ooh, 2 minutes left. You see, you know this ridge line that is in front of this fisherman's bay, right? Yeah. I'm gonna use it, because I have 8 degrees of gun depression. If I would have 6 degrees, probably wouldn't have worked. And that's probably one of the key features that I like this tank. Watch this. Oh, hello, that's a nice ass you have there, sir. Oh, you're burning, that's cute. And that just looks so beautiful that, yeah. Simple as that. 5100 gets caught in a crossfire with 2 medium tanks. What happens next? He's dead, obviously. So that was me playing the TVP VTU in platoon with Arco West, which died immediately as you saw, and Green in the Panzer 58 Mutz, who isn't a particularly good player. In fact, he's a pretty old guy. I'm not gonna say how old, but he's pretty old. And yeah, he just plays this game for fun, really. but sometimes he does good, as he did in this replay, helping me out. So yeah, big shout out to Green Jana. So we managed to pick up 8 kills between us, which is a lot. Me, I got 5. But if I would let Green Jana get the kill, we could have get balls and arms. But then again, he did have ruined ammo rack, and it would take ages for him to reload. That time, 5100 would probably do something to me. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully you liked the tank review of the TVP VTU. And yeah. Oh yeah, you want to know what I did from this game? I got 4,000 damage, 5 kills. Don't know how much experience, because it's an old replay. I don't remember. I maybe uploaded it in the World Tanks replays. If I did, I'm gonna post it into the link down below. If not, then no. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I never did belong. Tomorrow I'll be gone, don't cry. Mama, don't cry.